Hey guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Kenroy here. Now today is finally time for me to do the unboxing of this Vegega raised bed. You know, on this channel we absolutely love DIY project as well as gardening, and of course we do tons of vlogs whenever we go out with our family. So if you're new guys, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Now I finally had a little respite from all of this rain, and it's finally time for me to do this unboxing and initial review of this Vegega raised bed, which was sent to me by the company for review. Now I need to say in this video that this is a promotional video, and obviously this was sent to me for free. I will be doing a review of it guys. Now I must say guys, this is my unbiased review and I'm not being influenced by any way by the company whatsoever. Now the good news is that I will be doing a giveaway in a future video because they've actually given me a second one of these raised beds for free. Now I won't go into much details about that giveaway, and this is where subscribing comes in handy, because as soon as I upload that video you'll be notified. Okay, so here I've got the box for the Vegega raised bed. Like I said, I'm really excited about this because I've always seen these online from various different companies. I've seen them on other YouTube channels as well, and I've always wanted to get one of these, and so I'm super excited to be able to unbox this today. I'm hoping that it won't let me down. As it says on the box guys, it's a metal raised bed, and it says there Dream Garden Create. Also guys, I will be putting a link in the description below for a 10% discount if you shop using the link. So guys, this is an affiliated link, so if you do purchase anything using our link, you know, you will be supporting our channel and everything that we do here, so we'd really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down guys and go ahead and get everything set up for this unboxing. Okay guys, so I'll try and be as brief as possible with this video. So this is the box in question. I've got it out the shed now, and it's just got a few stickers in there, lots of stuff in Chinese, which is where it's probably manufactured. Down here you've got the company. So this is the white version. It says here its height is 32 inch and it is 9-in-1, so you can make various different shapes. I believe you can convert that into different styles depending on what you're after. Down here it simply says that it's eco-friendly materials that are used. I mean, most companies these days say that, so time will tell. High wear resistance, great for kids and seniors, and it lasts for up to 20 years. So yeah, pretty cool. And you've got the company information down here, which is based out of California it seems. So let's get this bad boy open. So like I said guys, I have no idea what to expect. I haven't opened this box so far, so I'm going to be finding out as soon as you find out what's on the inside. Let's go. Okay, so this is what it looks like coming out the box. And from what I can see, it's really well packaged. You've got quite a few sheets here. Now these are all metal, and you've got quite a few sheets. Some are sort of rounded while others are quite flat it seems. I can see some instructions down in the bottom of the box. So yeah, really nicely packaged to be honest. So I'm interested to see how big this frame is once it's put together. Oh, that is heavy. Okay, so that's the rounded pieces. Not sure if I'll be able to lift this out with one hand. Use the force. Don't try this at home. So I'll put these flat pieces down flat. See what else is in the box. We've got a ton of cardboard and packaging. Yeah, that can go over there. What else have we got in here? So we've got some metal poles. I'm not sure what those do just yet. This is a rubberized strip that goes around the rim of the unit once it's been put together to protect you from any sharp corners. But I must say, after looking at this initially, it looks pretty good, pretty smooth there. I mean, the edges are sharp, but yeah, it's looking good. And also I can see that they've got a film covering this to protect the color, and indeed it is the white one, which to me looks more cream. Don't know if that shows up on camera. It looks more cream than white, but still looks pretty good. So I am doing this by myself today. I haven't got anyone to give me a hand, which will probably make it a lot easier, but I've done a lot worse by myself, so I should manage. Now, like I said before, guys, I typically don't accept every sponsorship that gets sent to me. Typically I go for things which I think will be good, off value, that you guys can hopefully benefit from as well. And I'm hoping that I've made the right choice with this unit, because it does look really nice, very premium from what I can see so far, and the finish and the quality looks good. So let me get it set up and we see how it is. Now, I thought I'd just quickly mention that the area to which I'm planning on placing this unit is just along that back fence there. I've been waiting to do something to that area, and lo and behold, you know, like a miracle, I've been delivered this unit which will hopefully fit nicely in that corner at the back. I'm hoping that it won't be too wide, it will be just right for us to have this live in there, and we can grow various fruits and vegetables in there. So I'm super excited about this, guys. Okay guys, so I'll try and make this as detailed as possible. Now, I've just taken out of the packet these nuts and bolts which will be used to connect the unit together. Now, there's tons of them in here. We've got some small little nuts there. We've also got some washers, and of course the bolts themselves. In one end of the bolt we've got a Phillips head, so it'll be a good idea to have a Phillips head handy. This is really nice. They've actually put a little spanner in there, or a lug set, whatever you want to call it, to tighten the bolts, so that is really handy. It comes with a little handle, and I think that's really nice of them to do so. So far we're off to a flying start. So there's 84 plus 2 sets, so I think there's a couple of spares in there. Again, top notch. I really like when companies send you extras, because inevitably some may go missing, so I'm really glad for that. Up next, guys, is the product manual, which is very basic, very simple, which we like. On one side you've got the product itself, while on the other side it shows you a range of things that they actually do within the company, which is really cool. Again, check out the website, link in the description below if you want to purchase something from there. Once again, we'd really appreciate it if you support us by using our custom link. And on the other side we've got the assembly guide, which seems pretty straightforward, step by step. First thing we need to do is to remove the plastic which protects each piece of the metal part, so that's really nice, before starting to assemble it. So we're just going to crack on with that now, guys. So this is what the plastic protection looks like, guys, and it's pretty straightforward to pull off, as long as you find the end, that is. And I've found that the ends seem to start around this section here. Once you get it, you just peel it back, and yeah, the rest is history. This is going to take me some time, so yeah, you might want to grab a cup of tea. Okay, so a good 15 minutes later, guys, and I finally managed to peel off all of that plastic coating which was protecting each sheet. Now, this wasn't difficult, however, it was a bit tedious, but it's to be expected. And I'm very happy to say that all of the panels are in really good condition. They're not scratched or damaged or anything, which is why it's got that extra layer of protection from that plastic. So a big thumbs up for that. Now, the next thing to figure out will be, where am I going to put this, and what shape will I actually build the unit. Now, there's a couple of different things that you can, there's a few different options that you can actually do. You can either make it shorter, you can make it longer, you can make it more narrow. You've just got to sort of figure it out for yourself depending on the area that you're in. Another thing to take into consideration is the fact that, will you need to walk around the unit, or will it be pushed up against a fence like I'm planning on doing? If so, if you're going to have it stuck up against a wall or something like that where you won't have access to both sides, I suggest perhaps not making it too wide, so that you won't have to lean across, you know, putting a lot of pressure on your back if you want to reach the other side. So a narrower version will be better if you're going to be putting it up against a wall like I am. Instead of doing the wide version, I'm going to be doing a more narrow version, which will literally go along this stretch. Now, it will span around 2/3 maybe of the patio area, so it's a pretty long stretch, and And what I will eventually do is get rid of most of this grass here, and put down some wood chip, just like I've done over here by the strawberry patch, which is looking absolutely fantastic. Guys, if you haven't seen that video on how the girls and I were able to create this strawberry bed, do check out the little link that I have put above, guys, on how to create your very own strawberry bed. But for now, I've decided where I'm going to be putting this raised bed. Now it's time to assemble it. So I've just assembled the first section, which will be one of the end panels. Now for this unit, which I've been sent by Vegega, I've got 4 curved panels in there which will be used for the end. And now I could put a straight one in between this, which would basically make the unit a lot wider, but like I said, I haven't got the space for that. I'd much prefer a narrow long stretch rather than a wider one. So I've connected 2 of these pieces together, and this is what it looks like. I've got the screws on the outside. Now they're slightly staggered, which is completely normal. There's 1 at the top, 2, 1, 2, and 1 again at the bottom. So that's how it is. I haven't tightened them fully. Now, I must say that this does take quite a bit of time. I've only done 1 so far, and I'm going to move on to do the second one for connecting the side panels. So I'm going to be connecting 4 side panels on each side. So there's a total of 8 of those and 4 of these curved pieces. Okay, so I've done both sides of the end panel and it's looking really nice. They do fit together really well, and the bolts, I haven't tightened them just yet because I really wanted to make sure that all the side panels were done first, and then once I start putting it together, I'll go around and tighten all the bolts. Okay, so I've basically connected the 4 pieces in the middle along that way, instead of making it 3. Now the diagram suggests that you can also make 3 pieces in the middle instead of 4, but I've decided to opt for 4, which will give me a much longer unit. I've done one side and I've connected it to the 2 curved ends. Give you a better angle of what it looks like so far. So this is the width of it. So far so good. I haven't tightened all of the screws. I've just put a few in just to hold it upright, kind of like a mock effort, proof of concept. I've since figured out that these metal poles here are going to be used in the middle to literally keep it braced apart. So one is going to come across this way and another that way. Now I do realize that these might have been created specifically for the wider versions, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to adjust these, maybe use 2 instead of 3, to make it across the whole way to help with the rigidity of the whole unit. But so far it's looking really nice. Okay, so I'm really happy that I've finally finished to put the whole unit together. So it's now just a matter of me assembling all of the nuts and bolts, tightening them, and then the whole unit will be done. Now I will need some help to move this over into its position. So a top tip that I'll give to you guys is to make sure that you've got enough space. Now I've cleared the patio area of the tables and the chairs, and I've used this as a space for me to assemble the unit together. It will mean that I will have to lift it into its final position eventually, but as for now it saves me losing any of the nuts and bolts if they do fall. At least they're not falling on the grass, you know how that is, and it's a nice level surface to put the whole unit together. So that's definitely a top tip. Another thing, if you do have 2 persons doing this at the same time, it's going to be a breeze. I've been doing this now for about an hour, and it probably would at least cut the time down by at least a third if somebody else was here giving me a hand. So if you do have an extra pair of hands, it's well worth getting them involved. Okay guys, so within the unit they actually got a couple packs of bracing rods. Now I've made my unit a lot narrower, whereas before you would need to connect 2 pieces of bracing rods in the middle just like this, using some of these connectors. and then on the ends you simply use the screws to actually tighten them and connect it across the unit like this in order to make it nice and firm. This time I'm ditching one of these because mine isn't as wide. In true British fashion, it's just starting to rain now. I managed to tighten all the bolts except for just the lower part on the bottom, which I'm going to flip upside down. But apart from that, it's looking really nice. I'm just going to head inside for now because it's starting to rain. I'm really happy with the way in which this looks so far. And yeah, so far so good. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Mommy.
Oh, we've finished now. Now it's time to plant you. No? Okay, welcome back lovely people. I've just finished tightening up all the screws. The rain has stopped in typical UK fashion. Sun is back out, absolutely beaming, which is great. And the last thing that I've got to do is to attach the rubber strip which go along the top rim of the actual raised bed. And once that's done, that'll be it. All done, fully assembled and waiting to be put into place before being filled with all the wonderful vegetables that we'll be planting this year. Okay, so I forgot to mention that these items actually come with these white gloves which are made out of some form of fabric. I only realized just as I was about to put the strips on that these gloves were also included. So I'm going to go and put this strip on and hopefully that will be that. So I'm nearly finished with actually getting this rubber strip around top of the raised bed, and it's a bit tricky to put on in certain sections, especially where both panels actually meet. Along the straight edge is pretty straightforward to get this installed, but whenever it comes to meeting, you have to be so careful not to damage the rubber strip. I do believe there's a piece of metal wire in there as well, which helps with the rigidity. So yeah, but it's pretty straightforward. Start at one end and work your way around until you reach the other side. And of course it's much easier when you've got your Michael Jackson gloves. As you're doing it, it's a good idea to pull the rubber strip to keep the tension on it as much as you can, and this will help to create a nicer finish rather than having it all crinkled together. Now once you've made it around to the other side, you actually get a fair amount of overhang, which is a great idea. Simply then use my pliers to just give this a cut and make sure that it's been overlapped. Okay guys, so I've finished putting together the Vegega raised bed. Now so far I am so impressed with this build. I've been looking at the website as well, and let's just say I'm really impressed with the build quality and the finish of this product. But something I'm really impressed with is the height of the overall item. Somebody coming in at 6'2" like myself, it's an absolute breeze because I won't actually have to bend to the floor in order to reach this raised bed. So I really like it. Another thing which I'm really impressed with is just the overall finish. The edges aren't that sharp, considering that this is made out of metal, and the fact that they even include a rubber strip around the top edge is a really nice finish guys, and it's definitely something that I wasn't expecting. Another good idea is the metal poles which go inside of the raised bed. This helps to give it its rigidity, you know, especially once it gets filled with soil. You don't want it bowing along the line as the years go on. So I think that's also a very good touch. First I was a bit iffy about the color, but now seeing it in the sunlight, it looks really nice actually. And it will go a nice contrast to the fence which you've got just behind it. Now here's the important part where you come in guys. So the company decided to give me an extra one of these. Rather than keeping for myself, I'd love to give away to one of our lucky subscribers. So I've never done one of these giveaways before, and I was trying to figure out the fairest way in order to allow you to be able to win this item. Now we'll be making a separate video just specifically about this giveaway, so keep watching guys, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for all of your support. This wouldn't have been possible without you, and it's my sincere hope and prayer that you guys continue gardening no matter the weather. Okay guys, so it's a big 2 thumbs up for me in regards to this Vegega raised bed. I absolutely love the build quality, the finish, and the way in which it's put together looks really premium, and yeah, it's definitely right up my street. And like I said, keep watching guys, because I will be bringing another video shortly once I've had this bad boy installed and showing you how you can actually enter the competition to win one of these for yourself. Perhaps you've got a garden already that is desperate in need for one of these, and I'm hoping that you will be the lucky winner to bag yourself one of these. Now I'll also be putting a link in the description for a referral code where you can get 10% off if you order through our link. So that's 10% off if you're interested in getting one of these. They've got so many different designs and different styles on their website, so I highly recommend you check them out. Now that's it from me guys. This is Ken Roy saying I'll see you when you see me. Happy gardening.